You won't believe why that little beggar could be an Indian sage because he's got superpowers. He can turn invisible, shrink down to the size of a pea, or impersonate anyone around you. It's mind-blowing. But using these powers for mayhem isn't exactly smart. If he's really one of those sages, why would he jeopardize his own path by killing people? Could it be revenge? So, Dana decided to leverage her connections to dig into what happened in India 3 weeks ago. She uncovered an American chemical plant explosion causing 120 fatalities. Dana meticulously checked the victim list and found that the father of an 11-year-old boy was dubbed a sage by local papers. Shockingly strange. Meanwhile, the little beggar, masquerading as a janitor, ran into Billy, the blonde bully, and he unexpectedly saw the beggar's true form. The beggar felt the heat, and as Billy was heading home, he found an empty stretch of road, plotting to deal with Billy. But Billy was quick on his feet. He darted home, didn't even have time to explain to his mom, and bolted out the back door. But Mama was hot on his heels and saw her son plop into the pool, so she jumped in without thinking twice. Just when she was about to rescue him, the beggar popped up out of nowhere. Guess what? Mama ended up being the little beggar's dinner. By the time Dana and her partner arrived, it was another show put on by the little beggar. But after checking, they noticed something weird. Just then, Billy burst out of the woods and Dana found out that the janitor was the little beggar himself. So they seized the janitor for questioning, but he was like a puppet, didn't utter a single word. The professor brought in a special camera aimed at the interrogation room, only to find it completely empty. Deb quickly alerted Dana, but when she visited Billy's house for more info, guess what? Billy was missing. Meanwhile, 2 teachers at school spotted the janitor who was arrested by the cops. Strangely, he was back at school. They immediately alerted Doug while Tom was loitering in the school hallway until the janitor walked into the storage room. He used the walkie-talkie to tell Billy to smash the little beggar with a big jar, but surprise, the beggar vanished into thin air. Just then, Tom headed to the storage room, and the little beggar popped up right in front of him. He spun around and dashed into a classroom, frantically looking for an escape, just as Billy ran up yelling for him to break a window. Just as Tom searched for something to smash the window, guess who showed up? The little beggar. Dana and the principal arrived just in time, realizing that the person in front of them was not Billy, but the murderous little beggar. Dana didn't hesitate to shoot, and the little beggar revealed his true self, though they thought he was finished for good. 2 months later, the little beggar showed up unscathed at an Indian airport, just waiting for a kind soul to chat with. A guy meticulously placed his half-smoked cigarette down, ready to turn back to his cleaning, only for the cigarette to suddenly start smoking. Shortly after, the whole building started shaking, and he quickly scrambled to check what was going on. He turned off the music and, listening closely, heard a growling like thunder approaching. It smashed the window glass to pieces. As they leaned out to look, it appeared that something had hit the roadside. In an instant, everything seemed destroyed, yet they couldn't see what hit them clearly. Something zoomed past. Before long, workers suddenly heard odd growling sounds, and curiously they approached to investigate. They found the warning signs on the roadside knocked over. They quickly dodged, but one worker got taken out. The worker met his fate, and as the clock struck 10:00, a truck driver spotted an elephant up ahead. He slammed the brakes, almost colliding, while the elephant bolted down the road like it was off to the supermarket for groceries. Half an hour later, the elephant laid flat out, exhausted. It looked like it just couldn't take any more. When the investigation team arrived, all the clues pointed to that elephant. There were footprints all over the cars. Witnesses claimed they heard footsteps and even caught a whiff of animal smell. Yet no one actually saw the elephant. Could this elephant be invisible? But how did it suddenly reappear after exhausting itself? Ad, the zookeeper, noted that the enclosure was locked tight, impossible for the elephant to escape. Murdoch and his team emphasized investigating the zoo, and they found the enclosure intact. What's bizarre is that there was a chain inside, usually for locking the elephant, with such tight security. If someone let the elephant loose, it could only be some wildlife organization. They believed animals should return to the wild, not be caged in zoos for our amusement, but things went awry. But when Murdoch's team approached the wildlife organization, they uncovered a shocking truth. The organization head, Cully, revealed footage of zookeeper Ed mistreating the elephant. Although Cully was outraged by the zoo's actions, he never admitted to freeing the elephant. This led to a rift between Murdoch and Dana. He believed there was more to the story, while Dana thought the organization was the main suspect. They decided to split up. Murdoch contacted his biologist friend to look into the zoo's peculiarities, and found out it was quite the place. Though small, this zoo had a reputation for strange incidents like animals escaping and disappearing. They suspected these oddities were linked to a nearby Air Force base, known for its UFO sightings.